Every day, marketing managers contact us from businesses in traditional, boring industries. They're desperate to shake up these industries and they want to know if it's possible and how to do it. Well, today we're going to look at an example of an industry where exactly this dynamic is happening: business banking. In particular, fintech upstarts like Monzo and Tide are disrupting this space through killer positioning and amazing digital marketing. And if you think about it, you can't really get more boring, traditional, or heavily regulated than business banking. And yet, these new challenges are blowing apart this industry and forcing the old ones to adapt. And they're using great digital marketing to do it. So this video is for anyone who works in an industry which is traditional or boring, who wants to stand out from the crowd and get a little bit of attention. Whether that's healthcare, legal, agriculture, insurance, aircon, fridges, machinery parts, whatever, this video is for you. So we're going to compare the disruptors and the established brands on some key aspects of their websites, because for the disruptors, this is really the key battleground. This is where they're getting all of their customers. We're going to look at how headings on the site communicate what's on offer. We're going to look at the calls to action being deployed and see how these new challenger brands are making ease of use a key benefit. We're going to look at the type of language that these brands are using. And through all of this, you'll see how important the website is to disrupt a traditional industry like business banking. Now, of course, if you want us to review their ads and their content and their social media and their SEO, let us know in the comments. That could make a good future video. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do, let's review the bank's home pages. This tells us a lot about where they position themselves in the market. In particular, the headings on the homepage are one of the most important pieces of copy on the entire website. It's where you show who you are, what your target audience is, and how you're differentiating yourself from your competitors. Starting with Tide, we have business bank account, simple business banking with no monthly fees. Then we've got a little bit of introductory text: open a free business current account in minutes and get everything you need to run a better business. It's pretty clear. And it should be, because this is a simple proposition. Now let's take a look at Santander, a much bigger bank, but one of them that Tide will be looking to disrupt. On this page, we got the headline connecting you to the networks you need. Take a look at how we could help you support your business growth. Now, no doubt they focus groups connecting you to the networks you need for hours. And I would guess that this is a team meeting that probably had a lot of people in it. But this is totally unclear. Now, of course, you might argue, well, Santander doesn't need to try as hard because they're a large established name. Tide is fighting hard for every customer, whereas Santander really isn't and doesn't need to. Well, that's a bit of a quitter's mentality, because Santander is going to be getting high value potential customers on this page, but yet this entire hero section is totally unclear. Likewise, Monzo business banking, it just works so you can too. Incredibly clear. So if you're going to disrupt established players in your space, one of the ways that you can do this is just by getting straight to the point, using clear, focused language, which also tends to happen to match the things that people are searching for. So these sorts of pages are sort of inherently better from an SEO perspective. Check your own headings. Will a visitor know exactly what you offer if they've never been to your website before and have no idea what your business is? If not, fix them. All right. Now, CTAs, or calls to action, are another area that the disruptors, Tide and Monzo, are getting an edge over their competitors. And these are a great way that you can disrupt your industry too, by improving your website's conversion rate over your competitors. And you can use high performing CTAs in your business too, because if you have a higher website conversion, then you can afford to spend more on marketing to get traffic to that website, knowing that you're going to turn more of that traffic into customers. So let's take a look at how the disruptors are using their CTAs. We've got Monzo here with the CTA, open a business bank account. Again, pretty simple. There's no need to do anything more than this. Now, strictly speaking, they might benefit from a secondary call to action for people who aren't quite ready to open a business account. Maybe a quiz that someone could go through to work out if Monzo is going to be the right option for them. Or download more information, something where they're submitting their contact details in return for some more information, so Monzo could run an email automation sequence following up with them to educate them a bit more until they're ready to make the purchase of a bank account. But overall, this is a really good start and just tells people exactly what they can do next. Now let's contrast this with HSBC. Let's look at their business banking homepage and see where the CTAs are. So the main CTA on this page is log on, but what if you don't already have an account? What if you want to open an account? Well, there really aren't any CTAs visible above the fold. We're being asked to choose between HSB Kinetic, business bank account, and small business banking account, but I've got no idea what any of those three things are. On this page, we're actually forcing the user to do some work rather than just taking them straight to the information that they need in a very intuitive way. Let's scroll down. Now, to be fair, we do have a section here which is open a business bank account. So let's click on find out more and see what we get here. Then we get on this page, which is full of information. Again, we are sort of forced to do the triage here and work out where we need to go. Where's the CTA? No idea. Now, they've got these little find out more links, but because they're not highlighted, they disappear in the copy. Now, in the page title, we can see open a business bank account. So clearly this is the keyword that they're targeting with this page. And yet it's basically impossible to open a business bank account from this page. You are forced to hunt through this rabbit warren of different options, none of which you recognize, to do the research to work out where you need to go to find the right account for you, which then has a semi-invisible CTA. Now, if you think that's bad, on the Santander website, they've actually invented something that I might call the anti-CTA. And the CTA is actually beyond banking support. But think about it, that doesn't actually tell you what it is, that just tells you what it's not, right? It's not banking. But I need banking. So what is it? I don't know. You have to click it to find out what beyond banking support even is. Well, when you click on that, you land on this page, which offers almost everything that you could possibly want for a business, except business banking. All right, so what do? Well, you need to take a look at your own website's CTAs. Is it immediately obvious what people are supposed to do next? And is that thing the thing that they actually want to do when they land on the page? Don't forget also that you might need a secondary lower commitment CTA if there's a chance that your target customer might not be ready to take the primary CTA. This might be a lower commitment thing like getting in touch, requesting a demo, signing up for some more information. Ideally, you would have some sort of lead capture element here so that you could follow up with that person later on and help them go along the buyer journey until they're ready to purchase. Now, you should be reviewing your CTAs often. And when we're working with clients, we like to not only look at what their competitors are doing, but look at what else is going on in industries outside theirs. What are the brands that you aspire to be like, and how could you learn lessons from them? For example, if you're just a traditional business bank like Santander, copying all of your traditional business bank competitors, you're going to have a sad time when it comes to website conversion rate because no one's doing a particularly good job. Whereas Monzo and Tide have looked outside of this, and they've looked at more direct-to-consumer app-like user interfaces and experiences, and they've made a much more usable website as a result. The language that these different banks use on their websites is another huge differentiator. Let me show you how. So Monzo uses a lot of simple and straightforward emotive language, like simple, easy, and control. So this language addresses many of the pain points people have with business banking, that it's complicated, difficult to use, hard to get hold of people, and just a general faff. So by using the language which is counter to all of these objections, Monzo is setting itself apart from the establishment. Meanwhile, the traditional banks are a little more, dare I say, ChatGPT, talking about things like evolving. Now, to be fair to Barclays, they seem to have been watching these challenger banks, and they have taken a more playful approach, at least from the outside. But nevertheless, they're still stuck in some of their corporate speak from time to time. They use words like accelerate, streamline, expertise, ecosystem, but they clearly are trying to bridge that gap between the new disruptors and the more established banks. And this might be a route that you want to take, particularly if you are actually currently one of the more established players in your space. If in doubt, test what sort of terminology resonates best with your customers. Listen into the sales conversations and see what sort of language your customers are using. Then just use that language on the website back to them, because you know that's going to resonate. And of course, it's always a great idea to address key pain points in your text. For example, if you know that people find business banking a faff, then your copy needs to emphasize why it is different with you. Incidentally, this is one of the areas that our clients tell us is most useful working with an agency, because we can give them a fresh perspective on this. It can be quite difficult for the business itself to come up with these insights, whereas actually having an outside perspective that can say, wait, hold on, there's a disconnect between what your customers are saying and what you're saying on your website. Sometimes having an outsider say that can be really beneficial. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. And on that note, if you want help with your digital marketing, the team here at Exposure Ninja can help you using our free website and digital marketing review. This is an incredible service. We have a look at your website, your digital marketing, and give you feedback on all this type of stuff, as well as other things with your digital. And we'll put all of this information into a 15 to 20 minute video, which we send to you, usually within 3 to 5 working days, to your email address, completely free of charge. There is no catch, there's no funny business. Now, not everyone is eligible for this service, so you do need to apply for it. And to do that, you go to exposureninja.com/review to request your free review today. It's the best thing that you can do. If you want to challenge established players in your space, make a bit of noise, let us give you some feedback on exactly how to do that at exposureninja.com/review. Ease of use is another big pain point in the finance world. It's not easy to set up a business bank account in particular. So simplifying that process as much as possible is a great way to stand out. The best way I can illustrate this is to try and set up a business bank account on these sites. Ready? Okay, Monzo, one click, open a business bank account. Boom, there we go, we're straight into the application process. Tide, boom, open a free account and we are straight into the application process. If you're going to open a business bank account with HSBC, you'll probably need a couple of cups of coffee and maybe a bed in your office for when you get tired. Let's go. So first thing we need to do is figure out where we're going to click. Now, we've got solutions for your company's evolving needs, business internet banking. Let's click that. That wasn't a CTA. Okay, export resource center. All right, no, I'm in the wrong place now. Okay, let's go down here. Open a business account. Click find out more. Okay, I just want to open the account. I don't want to find out more, but here we go. Open a business current account. So we've got these 3 options. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time working out which one's right for me. Business bank account. I think that's the one I want. Find out more again. Okay. Haha. Business banking account. Okay, business bank account. Contact us to apply. Okay, so I can't apply online anyway. Right, fine, contact us to apply. And here we are, please. And this just seems to be a generic contact form. Is this a application? Contact us, contact us. Right, and now we go in. Okay, all right. No, I'm not eligible for that one. Okay, let's go back out. Business current accounts. Oh, here I am again. Okay, business bank account. Right, so I'm not allowed this one. Small business or kinetic current account. Okay, I think I probably want this one. Let's go find out more. Apply now. Ha, a CTA. Here we go. What? Was it that one or was it this one? Apply online, switches, startups. I can't remember which one it was. Your turnover is below 645. No, it's above that. So where do I go now? Okay, no, my turnover is above 6.5. Okay, so where do I go now? Register today. Online forms and paper mandates. There is a sticky CTA on this page. You need strategies and solutions to help you navigate an uncharted environment. What? What? You know what this reminds me of? Have you ever seen those online escape rooms where you've got to piece together clues, write down some notes, and then eventually put the code in at the end to see if you break through and get into the next part of the room? Well, I've ended my HSBC banking journey on this page here, which I would say is probably not conducive to a high conversion rate. Now, of course, rule number 1 of digital marketing is you want to make it as easy as possible for potential customers to give you money. And I understand that HSBC has a range of different accounts and they want to allow people to go into each one. But clearly, there is no benefit to them in giving their potential customers so many loopholes and requiring so much research just to do the basic thing that this website is set up to do. Convert people, get new business account customers. And this is a key lesson for anyone in a boring or traditional industry. If you see competitors that are like this, you know that there is disruption potential there. Because if you can produce a good website which is easy to use and can get people through to the thing that they need to do as quickly as possible, you know that if you spend $1,000 on ads and your competitor spends $1,000 on ads, you are going to generate so many more customers than your competitor that over time you will eventually win. Attention spans are shorter than ever, so if you make it difficult for people to convert, you make it frustrating, or you require them to do lots of research, they'll leave. But you can also use this type of thing in your marketing. Being easy to do business with someone is usually a competitive advantage. And if there's a big pain point in your industry which your competitors aren't addressing, like ease of use, you can be the disruptor by emphasizing this. Of course, if you don't practice what you preach, then you're just going to be like the other brands, but with a shinier exterior. So what have we learned? If you want to be a disruptor and shake up your traditional industry, there are a few things that you can do. Make sure that when someone lands on your website, it's extremely clear what you offer. In particular, the headings and introductory copy should be written in a way that is incredibly easy to understand and assumes every visitor to your website doesn't know you and hasn't been on the site before. Your CTAs or calls to action should be easy to spot and easy to use. They should tell the visitor what's going to happen next, and ideally be more inspiring than learn more or talk to sales. The language that you use on your website should reflect the language that your customers use, and you can speak to your sales team or your customers direct to work out which jargon you should be using or dropping, and reduce the number of clicks it takes a customer to convert. Doing business with you shouldn't feel like a chore or a joke. Positioning is a huge piece of Monzo and Tide's industry disruption. If you want to learn more about how to position your business to stand out, then watch this video. Until next time, see you soon.